Currently, the U.S. Navy has 18 Ohio-class submarines, 14 of which carry ballistic missiles, and 4 carry BGM-109 Tomahawk cruise missiles. The oldest submarines of this class are over 40 years old, so new Columbia-class submarines are being built to replace them. The first, the District of Columbia. As for nuclear attack submarines, the U.S. fleet includes 29 Los Angeles-class submarines, 3 Seawolf and 22 Virginia-class submarines. All U.S. nuclear attack submarines are armed with BGM-109 Tomahawk cruise missiles and UGM-84 Harpoon anti-ship missiles. The U.S. Navy is also working on a new SSN-class submarine project as part of its next-generation attack submarine program. Construction of the boats to replace the Los Angeles-class submarines will begin in 2031. The Navy's ballistic missile submarines, often referred to as boomers, serve as platforms for launching undetected intercontinental missiles. They are specially designed for stealth and precise delivery of nuclear warheads. Each of the 14 Ohio-class SSBNs initially carries up to 24 submarine-launched ballistic missiles, SLBMs, with multiple independently targeted multi-warheads. However, now each submarine has 4 permanently decommissioned missile tubes and carries a maximum of 20 missiles. Tomahawk Block 5 introduced in 2021 with in-flight navigation and targeting improvements. Block 5A, the Maritime Strike Tomahawk, MST, which allows the missile to engage moving targets at sea, and Block 5B equipped with the JMEWS warhead for hard target penetration, will be released after the initial batch of Block 5 is delivered. Tomahawk Block 5 has a longer range and dynamic targeting with the ability to hit ships at sea, maritime strike role. Raytheon recertified and modernized the missile, extending its service life to 15 years, and producing the new Tomahawk Block 5 series. Manufactured by General Dynamics Electric Board Division, GDEBD, and Huntington Ingalls Industries, HII, Newport News Shipbuilding, formerly Northrop Grumman Ship Systems, the collaborative project began in the late 1990s for USN, beginning with the design and development of lead ships, USS Virginia, SSN 774. Its forerunner, the Seawolf class, was intended to replace the Los Angeles submarine. However, later it was discovered how expensive a unit of the former SSN submarine was. As a result, due to budget constraints, it was dropped in favor of the much cheaper but significantly improved Virginia class, which included special features to assist special operations forces, such as a reconfigurable torpedo bay that could accommodate multiple special operations troops and all their equipment to extended deployments and future off-board loads. The boats in this class are the most advanced attack submarines ever designed. Their stealth, firepower, and maneuverability are superior to any other attack submarine force in the world. Additionally, the Arizona class will be the first of the Virginia class to be equipped with the Virginia Payload Module, enabling the submarines to deliver a wider range of capabilities. Building, operating, and maintaining the Arizona and other Virginia-class submarines is critical to ensuring the Navy's ability to project power in an ever-changing global threat environment, and to maintaining our peaceful and maritime-free operations. The Virginia-class submarines are arguably the best fast-attack nuclear-powered submarines today, combining cutting-edge stealth, intelligence gathering, and weapons systems technology, especially for the upcoming Block 5 line, which will feature the Virginia Payload Module, BPM, sophisticated. The future attack submarine will now have 4 additional large-diameter payload tubes in a new A-midship section of the hull, and as such, each of these VPM payload tubes will be capable of carrying 7 Tomahawk cruise missiles, increasing the ship's armament. Dive capacity up to 28 shells per VPM. This new feature will also enable the distribution of strike assets, giving theater commanders more flexibility in managing payloads and allowing them to reach more distant targets. Arizona will be the 30th Virginia-class submarine. Ships in this class can engage shore-based targets with the highly accurate Tomahawk cruise missiles and are capable of long-range stealth surveillance of naval forces, coastal waters, or land targets. Their design also provides for special forces delivery and support, mine delivery and minefield mapping, as well as anti-submarine and anti-ship warfare. The submarine will be the first U.S. naval vessel to bear the name Arizona since the battleship USS Arizona was sunk in the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. After being hit with several bombs, Arizona burned for 2 days and more than 1,100 the crew is gone. The lives lost during that attack are now permanently immortalized by the USS Arizona Memorial, erected over her sunken hull in the anchorage she has occupied since that historic day. Smaller and cheaper than the giant Ohio-class ballistic missile submarines, which previously could carry as many as 150 Tomahawk cruise missiles or 24 Trident multi-warhead ballistic missiles, the Virginia-class submarines are scheduled to number around 34 over the life of the program. The Virginia ships are essentially a mass purchase of the U.S. combat submarine fleet, providing maritime hunting and strike capabilities as well as being a surveillance and weapons launch platform. The fact that there are many of them and still have life in the construction cycle makes them potentially attractive to Australia, as they are recognized as a quantity with an established skill base transferable to Australia. Some of the submarine upgrades, such as modifications for spare parts, long lead items for missile tubes, manufacture of missile tubes, support work for the Dreadnought Columbia-class ballistic missile submarine program and other advanced procurement items, according to a Department of Defense contract announcement. These modifications also include upgrading an additional submarine industrial base, SIB, as part of the Integrated Enterprise Plan and procurement of multi-program materials to support Columbia-class ballistic missile submarines and nuclear shipbuilding companies, Virginia-class and Ford-class. The industrial base development work is for the continuation of the planned serial production of the Navy's Columbia and Virginia submarines. The existence of high-explosive missiles has sparked debate among several groups. For decades, the Navy financially indemnified General Dynamics' Electric Boat against the Tomahawk accidents on its submarines under unusual high-risk terms born of the service's nuclear ballistic missile program. Tomahawk and Navy ballistic missiles, such as the retired Poseidon and the current Trident 2D5, using high-energy solid rocket propellant, have been used for years without incident but carry a small risk of catastrophic explosion. Such an incident probably never happened, but in the event of a major event, the losses could be catastrophic. For example, if the propellant exploded at a naval base or at a repair yard, the result would be damage not only to submarines but also to ships and other nearby infrastructure, with damage that could easily run into the billions, not counting any additional claims related to anyone killed or injured in the explosion.